I love doing like light films. I love doing romantic comedies. People always offer me like thriller and like, some intense stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, give me comedies, give me fun stuff. I like doing light stuff that make people laugh. And I really feel that's a really nice thing to put out there in the world. I think Dulquer doesn't want to do it at all. So I think everyone knows that. But it used to be there post OK Kanmani. They did ask a lot, and I did think that we should have. I remember sending something to Dulquer as well, and he was like, he's not in that romantic
Okay.
comedy kind of a space. But that is understandable because we do have to align with what we really feel like doing. Hi,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
All good, all good. Welcome to News 18. And well, I have just one episode pending of Kumari Srimathi. Otherwise, I've pretty much watched all of it, and I binge watched it. It was really interesting and fun. It's a sweet story. Nithya, tell me something. You have always been, your career holds a testament to the fact that you have never really stuck to the norm. How liberating it is to play these women who are as real as it can get, be it Kumari Srimathi or, Tiruchitrabalam or Wonder Women for that matter. How liberating is that?
It is actually quite liberating and fun, and I think I can't do anything else. Like, this is what I do, and if I do any character, I'll bring that sense of freedom into that character because that's how I live my life, and that's how I am in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So so I the thing is, it's very, very important to uh, for me to be real and to be happy in life. It's very important. Films only comes for me. So
Okay.
I will not be in one fake zone just to do film like that. For me, it has to be a part of my personality. It has to align with me, then only I do it. So yeah, in generally in life, it is very liberating to not take something and make it the center of your life, and to focus on being happy and focus on the right things.
Yeah. But was there never a point, even early on in your career, when you wanted to adhere to these beauty standards that, a star is known for? Have you never succumbed to that? Never felt the need to?
No, never. It's not about the films, you see, it's about who you are. Like, I remember when I was really young, uh yeah, when I was 15, my hair started curling like crazy. When I was about 12 or 13, it started to become curly. So
Okay.
it was a very new thing. I didn't know how to handle the curly hair and everything. And that time, it was not even the norm. Everybody was straightening their hair. But I just couldn't do it. I said, but it's not real. I can't do it. I need to somehow manage and try to make my hair look okay. So I figured out my own way to like make it manageable and make it look okay. How do I, you know so it's just not me to just follow some trend or try to belong. I don't have that feeling or that fear that I don't belong or something like that. I'd rather just be myself, be happy, be left alone.
Okay. All right, coming to your character, Srimati, it's very interesting, how she finds her voice, through the film. I mean, she has always been this very strong, opinionated girl, but it's nice to see, how she sort of is hell bent on, erecting this business for herself. Uh, Nitya, how much did you really resonate with Srimati as a character? Also, how has your personal journey been, to find your own voice in an industry that's largely male dominated?
What I relate with Srimati is what anybody else would relate, whatever is the little things that we relate in terms of you know the pressure of there are so many boxes, right? By this age you need to be married, by this thing you need to do this, if you do this you're good, if you don't do this you're not good. So
Hmm.
strangely in our society we have so many rules which we have to follow, which nobody knows why, but like they're rules, so you better
Yeah,
just do it. So
right.
if you don't do it, then you get a lot of backlash and stuff like that. That part is very relatable because everybody goes through that, and somebody who doesn't follow that really does go through that, backlash and stuff. So I thought it was treated in a very nice comical way, that
Hmm.
backlash that she gets from people and all that. So that, yes, that part was definitely relatable. um Honestly, the second part of your question, is there patriarchy? There is patriarchy in general in the world. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say there's patriarchy in the film industry. It's just how the world works. Any
Hmm.
other work, job, not a job, just in real life, you go anywhere, there is patriarchy.
Hmm.
So if you keep thinking about it, I personally find it a bit distracting. Like I
Hmm.
said, it's very important for me to just be happy and do my work and stuff like that. So I continue to do it. Maybe my way of contributing is to simply do the kind of uh, work that I like and be who I am.
Hmm.
Just try and remove that need to follow something and just be who you are. That's how you can contribute, I think. Instead of talking about it and like trying to get rid of it, we can't do that.
Yeah, well, that's a very practical way of looking at it, actually. Yes. Like you said, a woman in her 30s, there is so much more pressure, I think, people saying, when are you getting married? If you're married, then there's a question of when you're going to have kids. There's, of course, professional pressures also, what are you going to do with your life? You personally, is there any such, personal pressures on you from your family?
No, not at all. I'm beyond that now. I don't think anybody thinks they can tell me what to do, or like,
Yeah.
my parents always that way. My parents are wonderful that way. They one thing they have definitely given me is freedom, and I cannot live without freedom. So they've definitely given me that, and they understand. um it's not like there might be some basic thing where they'll, if I'm with someone, they're very happy about it and they're hoping that something will happen and all that, but it's never that they feel, oh, without this, she won't be fine, because
Yeah.
we've crossed that place, and um thankfully at this point, simply because of like my who I am right now, nobody bothers me anymore.
Okay, okay,
But it
Nitya.
was
Yeah.
there when I was younger, and
Yeah.
when my grandmother was alive. Yeah, my grandmother didn't care. Like, it didn't matter
Oh.
how many, what, how big actor I am or something. She used to be like, "What are you doing? You're doing nothing in life. Like, why can't you get married?" So my grandmother didn't care, but she's not here anymore. But yeah, other than her, nobody cares. Then nobody tells me all that.
Okay, all right. Nithya, the last time we spoke, I think this was around the release of Wonder Woman, and you shared that you do have some directorial aspirations. Someday you would want to do that. I mean, you have become a producer already. You're forwarded into music. Uh, have you started developing anything as far as direction goes?
No, I don't like. I think I'm not. I. It's not that their aspirations as such, but
Hmm.
um, it. What I was saying is, yes, there is a possibility it could happen because I do
Hmm.
write, and maybe one day I may just get up and feel like, let me just make something or something like that. If that does happen, yes, but definitely at this point, when you're working, when I'm doing this, I haven't really done anything seriously, to be honest.
Okay, all right. It's also been a while since we have seen you in like a full-blown romantic comedy, something, I mean, OK Kanmani is still so widely spoken about on social media. I remember Dulquer Salmaan saying that, he sort of wants to stay a little bit away from romantic comedies because he's outgrown that. He probably doesn't even look like a college boy anymore. Is that also the reason what's keeping you away from
No,
romantic
not
comedy?
at all. I love doing like light films. I love doing romantic comedies. People always offer me like thriller and like, some intense stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, give me comedies, give me fun stuff. I like doing light stuff that make people laugh. And I really feel that's a really nice thing to put out there in the world. We don't need to always make intense films and like, realistic films and like get awards and all that. We can also do happy things, put it out there. Like people have so much to deal with. I would rather just there is some fun stuff out there, well made, of course. I would not do a badly made film, but yeah. So the next few projects that are coming up are all very light, like
Okay.
Masterpiece is comedy. It's a family comedy. I'm doing a Tamil film which is a romantic comedy. I think that will be a nice version of these kind of films. Like that will also be an easy watch. It'll be a really nice, cute film. So yeah, the next couple of films that I'm doing are uh, romantic dramas, romantic comedies.
Are there more offers coming in even now for you and Dulquer to star together?
I think Dulquer doesn't want to do it at all, so I think everyone knows that. But it used to be there post OK Kanmani. They did ask a lot, and I did think that we should have, because at a time when people love these two people, we should have done a couple more really cute films and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But all actors, end of the day, we sometimes are in a certain space and we
Hmm.
have to do justice to that. And we can't so I remember sending something to Dulquer as well, and he was like, he's not in that romantic
Okay.
comedy kind of a space. But that is understandable, because we do have to align with what we really feel like doing. Like we can't. Yeah.
Lastly, Nitya, we don't have much time, but I would really want to know, how do you really deal with the flip side of this show business of being an actor? Things are getting written. You called out somebody recently. How does it affect you really in general?
um I think the answer is to uh make yourself, in a way that it doesn't affect you, that you have to become a little spiritual. Otherwise you'll get very upset about things. You can't get upset like that, because my health is important to me. I can't get upset because somebody's doing something and they're so senseless.
Hmm.
It's not. So you start realizing it is not me, this is not me.
Hmm.
You have to really mature, you have to grow up. And you know it's not that you have to, people say thick skin and all, it's not like that. But
Hmm.
it is a deeper understanding. It is about understanding how to detach yourself from these things. Sometimes, like that time, I felt the need to, because I never ever give an answer back to rumors.
Hmm.
So there have been so many rumors, which uh, people almost believe it. Like they say it as if it happened.
Yeah.
So many rumors that people talk about. But this one I thought was a bit much. Like, when you say somebody harassed you and all, how can
Hmm.
you just, that was like, I thought it needed to be called out.
Right. Right.
So I really believe in accountability. When people behave badly, if you
Hmm.
just point a finger at them,
Hmm. Hmm.
they get whatever impact that they have. I want them to have that impact. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, on that note, more power to you. Thank you so much. Looking forward to everything else that, you have to offer to us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.